Hello everybody, Mr. Mosley here back with another video, and yeah, so the plan this week, probably upload 2 videos, this one and another one. The next one is going to be a doozy for everybody because this is going to be a Black History Month video, and me, myself, my ethnicity, I figure, hey, it'd be like great to do a Black History Month video. So, now that way, I probably might release it Friday or Saturday. But anyway, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of this video. So this video is going to be like, about recent events that happened in my life. I guess a story time video, if you will please. How I entered into an Overwatch tournament and placed second. Yeah, I know, I'm the greatest. Anyway, let's try to stay into it. Basically, like the past weekend, there was a convention called Comic-Con in my town of Birmingham, Birmingham, Alabama. It's not my hometown, but it's close. Anyway, yeah, basically I went there, registered, signed up to play. It's like, it was okay. I enter in by myself, so that means they had to fill me into a team that was missing a player, which was okay. And basically, majority of the teams were already filled, so they put me and a whole bunch of randos in a team together, which wasn't that bad. All the people in the team, they said basically the whole team except for I said via one guy. Like I said, they hadn't played Overwatch in a minute. Which is okay, well, we had one guy who fresh on Overwatch. There was a girl who was, she said she played, but she said she was silver, which I really don't care. Rank don't mean shit in Overwatch. I literally, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys, rank and online rank don't mean shit. Online rank literally doesn't mean anything sometimes. I will say if you're a grandmaster, cool, but it's majority of the time, 8 times out of 10, rank really don't mean anything. You could literally be ranked top 100, but in anything, but does that correlate to outside the game, and how much of that is actual you training, playing games and stuff like that, you getting your ass beat? How much of that is reality, and how much is that, how much is that is you and your skills, you being able to adapt? Anyway, there was her, there was the guy who played Overwatch. He was the tank and support main, so was I. There was this other dude who was CSGO, Valorant player, who was signed to a bunch of teams and stuff, which is I was okay, cool, we got some skill, all right, we're not struggling, we can do it, we can make it happen. And there was another guy, he was a DPS major, he was a DPS main, which is okay, all right, but I can work with this, we can work with it. And I've been okay, I'll just let the the CSGO player, the Valorant players, you see, now play Valorant recreationally. I let him to the chart because he said he been to tons of tournaments. He even had his jersey with him, and he had his family with him watching him play. And I just went, okay, well, he know what he doing. This isn't his he's been through tournaments before. I was just gonna let the guy who been through all the tournaments and have the most experience, I'm gonna let him run it, because I know what to do. I know how a team comp work. I'm not I'll say my ranking in Overwatch, I'll say low diamond, high plat, low diamond. And I know you're about to say, oh, I thought rank doesn't matter. Well, rank, and I'll just make a separate video on why rank matters and stuff like that. But anyway, rank gives you a good estimate of where you are, okay? In most cases. However, I've been okay, well, he been to tournaments, he know what he's doing. So I let him take charge. I let him put his hands on wheel. And honestly, that's basically the biggest mistake right there that I made. letting the DPS take charge, which is like, as a tank player, me and the other tank, we were tank guy, we were kind of cool. We were like high energy and stuff. We were like ready to go. But it's like, man, the other teammates is like, it's like, if they do watch this video, I just want to say, like, it's just me just venting out my frustration, the problems I did. There's no hate towards them. Yeah, there was like some issues that we could have talked it out, but it's like, at the end of the day, it was like kind of like, man, I should, like, this is a video about me saying, yeah, I should have done this and that. I should have done A, B, C to prevent 1, 2, 3. Anyway, the whole like gist of it is that, like, oh well, like, I let the DPS take control. Like, me and the tank player, we were on the same page, right? We literally read each other's mind night and day. She's like the girl, like the lady on the team. I'm not gonna call her a girl. She's basically like fucking same age as me. Like, I'm 24. Yeah, like basically, she kind of gets it. Like, I guess like she wasn't bad per se, but I feel like she was kind of like nervous because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous too. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody on the team except for the other tank player and that Valorant guy were nervous because the other tank player, he would brush like he was consistently playing Overwatch, and like he was playing all day on PC. Like, he was used to it. While the Valorant player, basically he'd been to tournaments before, so it's not like it's not the pressure. He's not faced with the whole tournament pressure. Oh, everybody watching us, that type of feeling. Like, that feeling where like you're about to do something big and major and stuff like that, and everybody watching you, and it's like, oh, if I fuck up, everybody gonna see, and now they know, like, oh, I'm garbage or something like that. It's like that. Like, it's like that feeling before like you go into a football game, or that feeling before like you're about to take a test, and you got people watching you. So, like, the Valorant player didn't have to deal with that. I was sad to say, like, the biggest pitfalls against me and like the other two teammates is that, A, this was our like legit first tournament. B, me and the other like female or lady on the team, like, yeah, we're console players, and the tournament was on PC. So, like, it was like an uphill battle from there. Like, we had controllers. Like, don't worry, I got controllers. Like, I literally like took controllers from the gaming stations. I just snuck them over to our table so that way we can use them and stuff. And just like, and albeit the controllers that I grabbed, they were kind of the shitty controllers. I should have went to like the farther end of the room to grab like the good controllers, but I was kind of like worried that, oh, we weren't gonna have enough time. So I just grabbed like the controllers I saw. Yeah, they were kind of garbage, literally. Whereas like she could like barely like move and stuff, and my rhyme was like literally stiff as a board. Anyway, and the other dude, I feel like he didn't have enough time on his DPS, which is like yeah, he got practice rounds in, but I feel like just seeing him play and like, playing with him as a team, I feel like he didn't have enough it wasn't comfortable on PC either. This is just my take. Anyway, we were going through, like, we practiced a couple of rounds and stuff like that. But, like, and we, got to feel like, okay, who's going to play what's going to happen and stuff. Which is like, all right, okay. And, right before the first round started, our first round, like, we felt pretty good. We felt pretty confident. It's not like we were like, we felt like we could, go to the Overwatch contenders or anything like that, but I felt like like we had we were at a comfortable level, okay? Anyway, it was the first round. There were like basically 4 teams, us and 3 other teams. There were not that many people that signed up, but anyway, yeah, we played the first round. It was like best 2 out of 3, I believe. Yeah, best 2 out of 3, and yeah, we won. Like, we basically, I won't say it was a clean sweep, but like we won 2-0. The matches weren't like clean sweep. We didn't just like 2-0 them every round and stuff like that, every match. No, there was sometimes it was close, and there were sometimes where I literally had like put the team on my back. I'm not saying they're garbage. I'm saying like, yo, I don't know. I just kicked into overdrive. They were kind of good and stuff. Like, it was like I don't know how to say it, but like we were all good and we were all on the same page and cohesive. I feel like they were like, even though throughout the match, even though we won, there were some faults that did kind of show itself in like the final round. Like that being like the DPS, like we had 2 hit scans, which is like, well, we had 2 consecutive bursts of damage dealers, which was Sojourn and Soldier 76, which is like, it's not a bad duo, but we didn't have any burst damage and we really didn't have any like CC control, you know? And our healer, like Mercy, she wasn't bad, like she was good, just like I feel like she kept like worrying and like down, oh my god, like am I gonna be good now? Like she was actually kind of great. Like literally, there's a point in a match where like I was playing more where I think she was playing Lucio or I forgot which character she was playing, but like she was like, I think it was like Lucio or Briggs. She would have much healing as I did. Hell, even more. I know she kept switching between Mercy, but still, it's like she had better care. Like she had better healing. Like I don't know, she had better healing and better like support gameplay than I did. But anyway, like we did good. It just like first round we did good. It's just like we did have some faults that did carry into the next round. But other than that, we like first round was good. It was alright. And I remember the funny part about it was like I thought like, you know, somebody said like, hey, so how much we gonna win if we, you know, how much money are we gonna win? I'm like, wait, hold on, we're playing for money? I thought we were just playing for fun. They were like, oh yes. And the other 10 guy were like, oh yeah, it's the same. I thought we were just playing just to play. I remember the Valorant guy said like, yo, like we paid $10 to enter this content. It's like, wait, you thought we were just paying $10 just to play video games? And we both went like, yeah. But okay, but anyway, I don't know how long the video is. Wow, 12 minutes. Okay. Anyway, we got to the second round, which was the final round because there were 4 teams, and like, you know, we beat one team, the other team beat them. Our team was Sensu Beam, and the other team was Save Point. When you got to Save Point, they look like some real gamers, like the type that like, oh shit, these guys hadn't seen the light of day type gamers. But we got to face him, and you know the start round was like kind of shaky for me. I was like, I felt kind of drowsy because like the night before I partied real hard. Then I played my ass off in the game in the previous round, and this round I feel like I need like an energy drink or something. I felt kind of just sluggish. I feel like, man, this ain't it. But anyway, like, you know, we got there. The first round wasn't good. The first match wasn't good. We were kind of like playing like, I was playing kind of slow and sluggish. My team was like hauling. Well, the woman on our team, she was carrying, like literally she was carrying, and the other tank player, he was really pushing it. I would say that 2 DPS really did struggle in that round because, like I said, they had they didn't have any bursts. It was just consecutive damage. They had Sojourn and Soldier, it was really rough. And the Valorant player only knew how to play hit scan, which is like, okay, cool. We could have got like a McCree or something, but it's just like he only played Soldier. And the other DPS, he only played hit scan, and we asked like, you know, I asked for like a Junkrat or a May or something like that, just to like so that way that Reaper would be like scared to come near us, because like my whole thing about playing video games or playing like, you know, games like Overwatch or Team Fortress 2 or Rainbow Six Siege is that I don't care about getting a kill. I care about getting the objective. Alright, I care about space. That's why I like tanks. That's why I play Montague and Rainbow Six Siege, because the more space you have, the more you can like do what you want. All right, because think of it like from my perspective. You think of it like this: if I have more space, I could like be much more comfortable. I could like be able to maneuver and like shift and do whatever I want. All right. If I don't have any space, I won't have enough like space to like get killed, set up, feel comfortable, all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, like you know, and like that. But anyway, it just like the DPS, like like they were having trouble. Our DPS was having trouble with their DPS because their DPS, their bashing kept destroying me. I was playing Ryan. Their bashing kept like I was literally butter, and their bashing was a hot knife. He wasn't even a hot knife. He was literally a flaming chainsaw. That's how much he tore into me. All right. And the Reaper, he just kept showing up in our back line, just kept like destroying our back lines, like literally. And like got to a point where I literally had to like stop fighting. Their Ryan was pretty good. Like, I'll say their Ryan, like I'll say both our Ryans were on par. It's just that I had to adjust my playstyle because like that Reaper kept coming into our back line, and their Ryan was like literally on my ass. Like it's like I was trying to fight like a 2v1 basically. Our supports, like, and plus our supports can only do so much. Like literally, you can't just like you know, as a support, like they just really like Overwatch should really nerf the shit out of the support. They say like, oh, we buffed the support. No, you didn't. Like the supports are ass now. Hell, at least in Overwatch 1, the supports can do cool stuff and all that, but not in Overwatch 2. They're kind of garbage now. But at least the buff to support's damage. But anyway, like I'm just gonna make it quick. The whole gist of it is that like that second round, the final round, we got stomped 3-0. Like the matches were close, but the thing is, like, you know, it was like a 3-0, all three we lost all three matches. All right, their tank was like, I'll say he was on par with me and the other tank. Like he probably was like a little bit better, but it's not like there was a big gap. I'll say like if I'm a plat, like I'm a high plat. I would say like I'm like, you know, I'll say I'm diamond like right at 3,000. The other tank, he would probably be like at 3,100, and their tank would probably be, I'll say 3,200. Like it wasn't like a big gap, like, you know, 2 plats versus a grandmaster. It's like, you know, it's like in that skill range. But like I'll say the DPS really did struggle because, like, you know, they had a consecutive hit scan, but we kind of needed like burst throughout the whole match. It's like a Junkrat or a May, hell, even a Widow, because at least a Widow will like take like some like a person, like the enemy team will have use all their resources just to get to that Widow, and then like once it comes to a team fight, like they don't have any resources, barely enough heals or anything like that. Anyway, like and then at the end of the match, I got so tilted, I just had to calm down because I just like, whew, man, I was kind of fuming after that last match. I was like pissed off, like, damn, bro, we really lost to these motherfuckers. We really lost to these niggas. I was fuming. I was like, I had to like just take a step back, just calm down, because I know if I was to like let loose, like, bro, I would look like a sore loser. I would look like a class A bitch, like literally. If I just went like, oh my, if I just started like just letting all my shit out, I would just look like a class A bitch. All right, like it sucks, but it's like I just had to swallow that L. Like it is what it is, and all that. We took a good like. Kind of what really like threw me off at the end of the match was like, you know, we had to take a good picture. I was standing right next to our female player and stuff. I kind of read it. Well, I thought like we were all putting our arms around each other. She said like, don't touch me. I don't let people touch me and stuff. I kind of like feel like, oh wow, like I can't assume like, well, the only thing I can assume is that, you know, she was kind of pissed and tilted too, because like, come on, we lost, like. And like, it's not like we lost, like, got our ass beat. It was like those matches were close, all right. Anyway, I just read the room. Everybody put their arms around them and stuff like that for a group photo. She told me, like, unfortunately, I was the one standing next to her. So yeah, that's yeah. But it is what it is. I'm just like I'm still kind of tilted. Like I'm a little bit tilted about it. But then again, we won $20. Like each player won $20 for second place. So I'm like, hey, we still won money. But I'm like, bro, we could have done some things differently. Like we could have acted a little bit different. Like you could make some plans and stuff like that. But hey, this is good because like going forward, I'm gonna try to participate in more tournaments, fire game tournaments, Overwatch tournaments. Like because honestly, I did enjoy myself. I did have fun. Like, hey, I just want to see how I test my skills against other people. I turned out good. Like literally, other people from the enemy teams came up like, yo, your Reinhardt your Reinhardt called saucy. Your Reinhardt pretty good. Hey, a couple people added me on Battle.net. I was like kind of feeling my oats. You know what I'm saying? Because just. I went literally for a while, like playing online, everybody just, you always get paired up with like players that are better than you, and it's like, oh man, because skill set matchmaking, whatever it's called now. But yeah, like I was like really feeling it. I would say like, I don't mind if I ever see those guys again. I don't mind playing them. I should have got like all their Battle.net information, like played them on Overwatch or something like that. But there were some good teammates that I just should have like stepped up and said some things, because the Valorant player, like, yeah, he had tournament potential. But I'm like, I should have just called out like, hey man, like DPS is like lacking. Like, and honestly, out of that whole experience, I just learned that, the first thing I learned that everybody's a team until you start losing. Alright? Everybody's a team until you start losing. Alright? And then like that's when you really find out, are you a team or are you just a bunch of individuals grouped up? Which I would say, yeah, we were a team. Like we should like have more initiative and stuff at the very end, but in that round. But we were a team, and it was pretty good. Also, that I should have just stepped up, called out the faults and stuff like that, so that way we can actually like get stuff done. But it wasn't bad. Like it wasn't like And plus, I didn't want to seem like an asshole. Like I just didn't want to be the asshole. Be like, hey, okay, yeah, you guys are playing like shit and stuff like that. And like we weren't doing bad. Like I said, the matches were really close. And it was hard to make that judgment call because the matches were really close. Like literally, everybody was doing good. Like we kept grouping up. Like, yeah, this is like I'll say from silver to plat level gameplay. And like, I know I'm sounding like, oh, we should like be top 100 or like in contenders or whatever. But I'm just saying like, we should have did things differently. And I just took it as a whole learning experience. And hey, I really do hope like those people like I played with, like, I hope they make it to Grandmasters or whatever. And my only complaint is like, the female players saying like, oh well, like I'm silver. I was gonna say at the end of the day, man, like, hey, rank don't mean shit. Like literally, like, who cares? She was literally doing better than like the healers on the other. Like she was doing good. I'm not gonna lie, the healers on the other team was like. They were cracked out. They kept pocketing like the DPS, all that stuff. I'm like, oh my god. But every time I kept trying to kill the Bastion, I'm like, why? Like, why is Mercy here? What? Why is Anna here? Like, why am I kept getting slept? God, I miss tank duos. And then when I played like support, it's like, man, Brig is such garbage. Oh my god. But other than that, it was good. It was fun. That's all I wanted to share you guys. My experience at Comic-Con and the tournament. I liked it. I want to play more. And anyway, you guys take care. Have a good one. Practice your gaming skills, I guess. And, brush up. And until next time, y'all take care.